Joining the call.
Okay.
You please share your screen.
Okay, Ravali.
Walk me through and over to you, Sreelatha.
Okay, thank you, Ravali. Today I will explain about the Anaplan from 11 to 15 lessons. In this session, I will explain the following contents like module size, style settings, model history, customizing views and saved views, user experience pages, classic dashboards, and security. In this, first I will explain the style options. In Anaplan offers 7 different style options like normal, 3 variations of headings like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, like that. 3 variations of summary like summary 1, summary 2, summary 3, like that. Note that style is applied only to the line item name. Note to the data in the each cell of the module. Use styles to improve readability of the module. Changing style does not affect on the data in the module. Present options for the appearance of a line item: bold, italic, line spacing, indentation. And these are the style settings and how will be appearing is like that. And for this I will explain the workspace and how it will be working on. So we will go to workspace. Then I will create one module for this, and I will explain you how the styles will be working. First we will log into the workspace. I will give mail ID and password. After that we will open the model. In model settings we will go to the modules and click on insert model, and I will create the P&L actual budget for explaining the style settings. Budget. In this I need versions, time, and locations. Dimensions are time, versions, and G2 country list. G2 country list. I will take the line items like headcount, revenue, cost of sales. Count, revenue, cost, margin, percent, and then salary, bonus, car cost, medical cost. Car cost, phone cost, medical cost, expenses, then again expenses, shipping costs, rent, utilities. And it is shared costs, other costs, and profits. Profit, and these are the line items, and these are the dimensions for this module. And if I click on OK, then the module is created. When the module is created, then we will check the format, and the number is the format for the line items as a default, and we need the format also number, so don't no need to bother about that. And then we will import the data. After importing, we will check the file options, and then check the mapping options. In time we have in the column headers, then mapped, then G to country is in country code, and we will check the time tab also. In time we have year and month. Then we check the time tab, and periods, click the month. Then G2 country is all mapped automatically, and versions also mapped. In P&L actuals also mapped. Then click on run import. Then successfully imported the data. We can close and check the data, and the data will be getting like this. And we can change the style settings. Can go to style. First we go to blueprint view. In blueprint view, there is an option like style. In style we can change the head count for the summary, like I will take this is like that, and then I will show in the workspace. Like if we take the summary too, it is like the head count, which is not affect on the any data loss like that. We can take the any one for this. If we take the summary too as head count, then it will be like bold. If we take the heading two, then it will be margin percent, like the line spacing, and it will be taking, I will take the heading 3, like it is italic, like this. It will be varying the bold italic line indentation like that. So heading 3 is for italic. And if I take summary 3 like this, we will observe that when we change the style settings for the line items will be appearance like the four types like bold, italic, and line spacing and indentation like that. It will be changing when we are changing these 6 settings, like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and summary 1, summary 2, summary 3, like that. The style settings will be work on this. But we are using style setting, there is no data loss, and there is no effect on any modules and the data. So so then we go to next one, model size. Module size is defined by number of factors, including list size and number of cells in the modules. Cell count matters because each Anaplan cell consumes workspace memory. The workspace memory size available is finite and defined by the customer subscription. For example, you can use line item, subsets and numbers list to control the size of your model. Actually, model size, how the model size will be worked out, I will show in the workspace. Once we go to workspace, actually when we open any module, then in the model settings, the cells count will be appears like this. How many cells we using this module, in this model, it will be calculated like this. And if we double click on these cells, then the model size will be appearance like this. The model size of this FPNA model is 27.6 MB. The model size is a finite size, which has some finite size, and the model size will be calculated using the what line items we are using and the formats and the what data will be used and data calculations and the formulas like that. It can take the model size, it can calculate like this. If we double click on this, then the cell count will be showing. If we double click on this, the model size will be showing like this. The model size will be work. Then sparsity. Cells are not populated and not expected to be cells that are populated or dense. Cells without data added still consume resources. Instead, we are going to look at how model sizing works, how is calculated, and what you need to look for. Model size is defined by a number of factors, including list sizes and number of cells in the module. Cell count and the total size can be found in the settings tab of the module. And double click on this number, we will toggle between the model size. As earlier I will show you, as expressed by megabytes and gigabytes and the actual cell count. The model size will be expressed by megabytes and gigabytes. And cell count matters because each Anaplan cell consumes workspace memory. The workspace memory size available is finite, and the sparsity how will work I will show in the workspace. Actually, when we open any model, and we have actually when we create any model, then the memory will automatically allocated. If we have the if we for this we don't have any data for this, but these cells are also all allocated memory when we are creating the model. But the empty cells are called dense cells. Even we don't enter the data or imported the data, we get the it can take the memory allocated when we create the model, then that is called the sparsity. And then model history. Model history enables to see user how and when users have changed a model. A dialog window opens when that displays model change information. This includes change dates and the person who made the change, and some instances about the additional information about the kind of change made. And I will show how the model history will be in the workspace. Once we will go to workspace, and in the model settings we have some options like time versions like this. We have history option also. When we click on the history option, we have different options. When we see the we want to see the 24 hours last history, we will click on this. We need to see the 7 days back history, we click on this. If we need to see the last 30 days, this is for we will click on this. We want to show all the history about the workspace, then we will click on this. We need, if you want, we need to give the date also. If you want to, we can also give the date. And save options, like if we click on the save options, then we give our name for this, and take the history also. Then if we click on this, if I want to show from last 24 hours history, then click on show history. then in this history, what modules we are created and what line items are changed and what data will be imported, like this all the data will be stored in the history, and we can export these files also, like using the export option, and restore to id, which we will using the restore to id also. And this is how the history will see and will see for the workspace. And we will go to next. And then customizing views. There are three reasons you want to customize views. Adjusting your view to focus on work and make UX displays relevant to end user, loading specific data that is needed, and customizing views is done within a module using the format and data drop down menus, as well as the blue drop down arrows, located in the grid. Actually, I will show how the customizing views will be working on the workspace. We will go to workspace. I will take one example like P&L actual budget. I need to have only from April to May only. Then I will select the months, and I will click on the format, then show selection. If I click on the show selection, then it will only shows like this. If I need to show all, then I will click on show all. I need to hide from March April only. Then if we click on hide selection, then there is no March and April months. This is Jan, Feb and May. The 2 months are hide. Like this we can take the customizing views, and as per the requirements, if we have only limited data for the limited line items, then we can hide like this, and we can import the data by using these two tabs. We can take the customizing views. This is the way how customizing views will be working like this, like this. And then we will go to saved views. Saved views enable to see the data in the module from different perspectives. You can use pivot and other methods to create alternative views for the model, which, which can be saved. There are four main reasons you might want to create a saved view. When you are exporting data out of module, importing data from module, facilitate grid and chart displays in the UX, and save a filter. For using these main reasons, we are using saved views for the exporting. And if we want to import the data from module, and we are using for the UX pages, and also filtering also we will use the saved views. And then I will show how the saved views will be working on this in the workspace. I will go to this, and I can pivot the values, like I will put the line items in the pages. Then like this I will pivot the view and click on OK. Then the view will be like this, and this will be I will save. For example, we go to view and click on view, click on save as, then we give the save view name like export. Then we don't click on save as a default view for module. It is leave that, because it is not the default view, it is a saved view. Default view is already created, which we will have when the module is created. Then we click on save, then the saved view will be created. If we go to manage views, then the export will be in the manage views, and click on open. And this is the way how the saved views will be work. and which are useful for the UX pages and the filters like that also used. I will explain further how the filter and conditional formatting like that how will be applied for these saved views, and UX will be how using the saved views. And this is the way how saved views will be created, and then go to another one, and then go to applying conditional formatting in a model. Actually, conditional formatting enables you to color code a cell based on the values it is its line items or another line items. And conditional formatting is applied at the line item level of a module and uses rules based on the line items in that particular module. Rules must be numeric value and can't be added on a two or three color scale. I will show how the conditional formatting will be work in the UX page. For explaining conditional formatting, I will take one example. I will take one in module. I will prepare one module like locations module, and for this I take locations, and line items will be line 1, line 2, then and locations will be like that. I will take like this, and then I will apply the conditional formatting. Like this is the symbol for applying the conditional formatting. First I need to enter the values, like for the one, for the line 1, and I will apply the copy down for the all values, and then I will apply for this also. I will apply copy down, then we get the values for all these like this, and then I will apply the conditional formatting for the line 1. Click on new rule, then I will take the 3 color scale, and the minimum value is 1 and 2, mid is 2 and 3 for maximum. If we need to change the color, then we also change the colors. I no need to change the color, then click OK, then click OK. Then I will apply the conditional formatting for the line 2 also, and click on new rule. Then I will take the 3 color scale, and the value is 6, minimum is 6, midpoint is 7, and maximum is 8. I will change the colors. I will change the colors, and then click OK. And this is the way how the conditional formatting will be work. And we can also observe that the checkbox for the conditional formatting, this checkbox indicates that we are applied the conditional form, we are applied for the conditional formatting for this module. This is the symbol. If we deselect this, then the conditional formatting will be deleted, read back to the module. If we click on this, then the conditional formatting will be applied. This is the way how conditional formatting will be works. Then go to sorting in a module. You can quickly and easily sort data in a grid view. Access sort options from the context menu or the data menu for a grid column or a row. And model builders can also access it from the data menu in a module. The sort options are sort descending shortcut and sort ascending shortcut. The sort within the existing of a grid. No changes are made to the summary level, display or position. There are no changes in these summary levels like that, but we need to change the descending or ascending order of a numbers. I will show how the sorting in a module will be occurs in the workspace. Once we go to workspace, and I will take the P&L actual P&L actual, then I will take the default view for the P&L actuals. Then we need to sort. We sorting, this is the symbol for sorting, which is, if we click on this, there are options like ascending, descending, and line item summaries, line levels also we need to take this like this, and the totals also takes it, and enable sort. These are the options for the sorting. We will select I will select one row, and then click on sort, and ascending, click OK. Then the values will be sort like this. All values will be sorted, because only single line item can't change, so values will be sorted like this. And then if we deselect this, then the values will be regained, and which is the symbol for how sort will be applied for this module. If we applied the sort, then the checkbox is checked, then the box is checked. So this is how the way will be working on the sort. If we need to sort that in descending order, then we click on descending, then the sorting will be occurs like this. If we deselect this, then the sorting will be not applied. This is the symbol for the sorting. And I was explaining just now the how the sorting will be applied. Then we will go to next, standard filters in a module. Standard filters in a module. Filters enables you to limit a view of your data based on the rules that you set. Filters work by comparing data to the criteria from within the module or from another module, such as a system module. A filter is made up of one or more specific filter rules. Filters are handy and efficient way to help focus in on the data that is important you to or the end users. You can use standard filters. You create a targeted data for a grid view or a generated chart. Actually, how the standard filters will be applied in the module, I will show the workspace. Then we will go to workspace once. We have the symbol like this is the filter. I will show. This is the filter. When I click on the filter, then when I click on the filter, then I will apply then the tabs will be displayed like line items, time, versions, and G2 country. And and the time, for the time I will apply the filter. If you click on this symbol plus symbol, then the modules will be displayed. I will take I will take C0 time settings, forecast months only. Then click on OK. The filter will be applied, which is checkbox from the after the filter. This is the symbol for applying the filter. I have applied the filter like forecast months only. Forecast means current and the future years of the values. Then the current period is, I will set in the model calendar is 2020. So from the 2020 I get the values like this. There are no values in the forecast here, so I don't get the values, but I get the date. I get the dates like Jan 20, Feb 20 from the forecast years. Like this we will apply the filter. After filtering, we also saved for this like filter save. After filtering, we also saved like a saved view for the appearance. And in the manage views we have the filter and export saved views. If you click on that, there are options like open, move down, rename, delete, and reset default view. We can rename these options also, and delete also, and we can set the default also. These are the options. If we open this, then the filter view also, then the filter saved view will be appears like this. Filter will be applied. Then again I will go to user experience pages. End users view Anaplan through the end user experience or UX. Anaplan as is composed of display screens called pages, which are grouped together into the model builder, and the data displayed in an UX page comes from an Anaplan model, but it is accessed from outside of model itself. Model builders control what the end users see, and data, charts and options for the interaction. And then I will go to the components of the user experience. There are two components of the user experience, which are pages and apps. And pages and apps are Anaplan's user experience is based on user experience pages, which are organized into apps. UX pages draw data from Anaplan models but are accessed from outside the model. End users do not need to open the underlying model when they use UX pages to do their planning activities. These are the components for the user experience. And then go to the user experience terminology and page, app and card and classic dashboard. For the page, end user interface for planning activities, access data from models and multiple page types. And app is a collection of related UX pages, card, data and content components of a page. And classic dashboard and secondary user experience embedded with an Anaplan model. This is the user experience terminology. And the types of pages in user experience are, there are mainly two types of pages in user experience, which are boards and worksheets. And boards are type of page that provides end users with high level information, and it consumes information and monitor and manage performance of the organization. And the worksheet workspace displays detailed data from Anaplan models and then interactive grids and then related cards. Actually, we are using boards for the large data and we are using worksheet for the small data, medium data, like that. We are using the boards and the worksheets. Next, we will go to types of cards. Types of cards in UX pages. There are the different types of cards in UX pages like grid, chart, KPI, and text, image, field, and action, and map, and and then grid is displays data from the source in the table or grid format. Chart offers a wide range of options for visualizing data and displays the content of a single cell from an Anaplan model, usually the value of a key performance indicator or metric. This is about the KPI. And then chart offers a wide range of options for visualizing data. And text uses for page titles, instructions or a commentary on a page. And the image card add image to a page. Image file must have a secure URL outside of the Anaplan. Image is displayed in an image card by referencing the model line item and that contains the URL. And field card, which allows the end users to update only specific line items from a module, allows an end user to launch model actions. An example, imports and exports like that from a user experience page, not available for use on my pages. This action card will not available on my pages. And map provides the visualization of geographical region based on the data in an underlying source module. I will explain each and every card in the UX page. We will go to the UX workspace once and I will explain the each and everything. And we will go to the workspace, my pages. And then if we click on the create page, we have two options like board and worksheet. First I will explain about the board and then I will go to worksheet. First I will go to the board, then we give the name like anyone, like I will give example, and workspace is talent builder, and which is a penny model, and click on create board. Then the board is created, board designer, and the worksheet is created. And I will explain each and every card, and I will take the text card. If we double click on the text, then it will be appears in the two ways we can select the cards. Like we once one which is we will double click, and another one will we drag on and then go to and then mm, take this. This is the two ways how we select the cards. And I will delete one card. And text card. Text card will be text card will be used for the titles. For the titles I will do the title like locations. Then it will be appears on this. And then if we need to write the description, then write the description. We give the color also for the titles like that. And then if we write the body text, then it will be displayed. I will write this, and then this will be entered from this. This is for the title card. And the background also will be changes like this background. And then go to text. We can make the changes for this text like style, which is heading 1, and heading 2, and heading 3, and normal text and the instructions like this. I will put this for the uh, heading 1. And alignment also we can take right, left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. I will put this for the center. And we can take the color also like gray, light gray, green, red, blue, like this. I will take the green. And and we will take the like minimizing like this also for the blue line, for using this blue line. And the text card will be like this is the title card. And then grid card, if we double click on grid, then the grid will be displayed. And we click on the configure grid, and we can select the module like this. I will take this. We take this like you can take any one of this. I will take one. Then we'll take the like this. We will take one example, and we can update this. This is how the way the grid will be work. Grid will be in the same data will be displayed, and we can give the title also. And if we give the title, then it will be displayed in the top of the table. And we give the description also, and then the title color also will give. Then on the grid we can use the allow editing also like this. We can take the allow editing. And allow pivot also we can take allow pivot. And row height and column width. In the context, we can give the context color also like this. And which contexts appears on the top of the page like this. I will like this. I will off this. Then the FY21 will be disappears. And if I click on this, then the FY21 will be appears like this. We will take the context selectors like this. If I select the selector, then this will be get selected like this. And if we take this label, then just only shows the label. If you have this is disappears from this table like this. The context selectors we will select, and then we will go to chart card. We'll click on double click. Mostly the title color and context selectors, like the many options are same for the all cards. If I go to chart card, then configure chart, then click on configure chart, then go to locations, and then go to locations like this. For something I will take. Then we will update like this. Like this it will be appears. The appears chart will be appears like this. We can change that. We can change this also. Like I will take in the locations as the title. Then the title will be appears, and this, and then the locations will be appears on the title. And we need to give the description. Then you need to give the description also. If we want to give the title color, then we give the title color also. And the chart type, we need to change the chart type. We change the chart types also in this. Like this combination, we'll have area, bar, column combination, donut and dot, brand, line, pie, scatter and bubble, waterfall. These are the chart types. If we want to apply any chart like this, it will be appears like this. Then this is the way how will be applied for the chart. For the each and every, then next to go to chart. For each and every line also we will change the, for the axis also we can change. Then the series, and this is the way how will be changed like this. Like this we will change the colors and access and the labels. Like this we need to change it. Then we change the colors, labels, and like this also. This is the way how we change it. And if we go to context, we know about the context selectors. If we take the context selectors, we want to on this. If we don't need to select the context selectors, then we off this. This is the way how we take the context selectors. And then I will go to KPI card. KPI card is only concentrated on single value. Only concentrated on single value. And we will double click on configure card. Then we will select any module like values, then values line item, and the title if we need to give, then we give that title also. And the values will be displayed. And if you need to give the description, then give the description also. Then give the color also. And text style will also changed as per your requirements, as per your appearance of this. And then text color also will be changed like this the text color also changed. And number scale also, like taking thousands or millions like this. And then KPI, when go to KPI, we need to change the colors, like we are enter the minimum value, maximum value, and mid values like this. We can take the conditional formatting for the KPI also. Then go to context selectors. We know for all cards the context selectors are taking how is the same. We know that how taking the context selectors, and if we take the selector, then it will appears like this. If I take the selector, then it will also appears like this. Like this it will be appears. And this is the way how we take the KPI card. KPI card which will be taking concentrating only one single value, and the image card which will have the exact value of URL. So we can go to the field card. If we click on field card, if we click on field card can be taking the particular values, what values you need to, what items you need to have. Then we will go to configure field. Title like employees, and then click on this. If you give the color, then we will give the color also, then give the description also, and choose the module, what module you will need to have. Then you take and you click on what modules you will be showing like this. Then this will be appears like this. I need only 2 line items, so I will select the 2 items, then go to fields. In fields it will be appearing in the context, and context also it will be appearing like this. If you need, then take this like this. And this is the way the field card, how the field card will be work. Actually when the if you want the field card for the horizontal layout, if you click on the horizontal layout, then this will be in the horizontal layout. If you click on this, then the vertical layout will be displayed like this. We are using the field card and the map card. Then I will go to map card. If we double click on map card, then we click on configure map, then select the data module. Like I will take the locations like this, and I will click on update. And this is the way how this will be, how the map will be appears. If you take the title also, then you will give, then if you need to give the color for this also, you need to give the color. And then go to map, and you give the any of the locations like this. We need to give like this. I will give the world like this, and show only matched items and series like this. Series, use the conditional formatting from John 19, and like this I will show the labels, like what the data will be in this, and this will be appears. If we apply the conditional formatting, then it will be appears like this also. And I will show once for this. If we apply the conditional formatting for this, then this will be also in the conditional formatting also, like the colors will be displayed for this, like the colors will be displayed for this. And this is how the map card will be applied for this. And these are the ways how will be applied for this. And then publish, and the action card will be not available in this card, in this UX page. Then we will I have explained about the board designer, and now I will explain about the worksheet. I will go to Workspace again, and then I will create the UX page. If you click on UX page, there are options board and worksheet. I have explained all about the board and the worksheet. Worksheet will be displayed. Then now I will take the worksheet like example, and workspace is talent builder and supply chain like this. And this is the configure grid. Actually, when we are creating the worksheet, it will automatically take the configure grid, and I will take any one of this and update this. This is the way how we take the worksheet designer. If we need to take the additional insights, then we will take these cards are same in the board designer, like text card, grid card, and chart card, KPI, image field, and map cards are I have already explained in the board designer. Like the board sheet, we will have the same options like this. This is the additional insights for the worksheet designer. This is the way how we create. This is the way how we create UX pages, like in the two ways. Then we will go to classic dashboards. Some models may also contain embedded classic dashboards, a secondary user experience that is available only from within a model. Actually, in the how we'll create the classic dashboards will be, I will explain in the workspace. First, I will explain how to create the classic dashboard. First, we go to model settings tab, and that model settings tab, we have the options like classic dashboards, and enter the dashboard name. Click on that and enter the dashboard name, and select the module, and then set the style, height, width options like this. Then publish the dashboard. Like this is the way how we create the classic dashboard. And that dashboard, I will show how the dashboard will be created. Then I will go to the workspace, and I will go to the home page, and I will go to FNA model. Then in the model settings, we have option like dashboards. If you click on dashboards, then it will open. Then we can create the dashboard, like click on insert, then give any name like example 2. Then we can select after or before the margin calculation database like this. I will put this on end and click on OK. Click on OK. We will give the functional area also. I need to give the functional areas, and then this is the way how the dashboard will be created. And I will explain the each and every subtopics in the classic dashboard, how to import the dashboard to module, and how chart to be dashboard, publish the chart to be dashboard, and how to apply the conditional formatting, and apply content selectors and dashboards, and apply sorting to the dashboards, and standard filters on the dashboard. And first I will go to the classic dashboard, and go to the classic dashboard, and then actually take the modules like what you want. First I will take one module, open the module, then we will click on view, then go to publish to dashboard. Then it will shows the what dashboards we have, and take the dashboard like example 2, and then it will show the options like height, width, height percentage, and width percentage, and the show module name. If we deselect on this, then the module names will be disappears like this. If we select this, then the module name will be appears like this. The initial default show labels. If we click on the if we click on this, then the labels will be not selected. Show page selectors. If I deselect this, then the page selectors will be not applied. Like this, the way how the how how the how the settings will be work like this. This is the way how this will be works. And then save and exit, click on save and exit. Then this is how the way appears. Then I have selected the page selector, so we have the options also for selecting. And I have selected the visualizing the module name, so this is also appears. Then after creating the module, then I will take another one like chart to the dashboard. Then how the chart will be in the dashboard means, I will take this once I will go to modules, so like this. And first I will go to chart to the dashboard, then open. uh, this is the chart symbol for the chart symbol for this. We can take any chart uh, like this: column chart, bar chart, line chart, pie chart, column stacked, column percentage, bar stacked, bar percentage, and waterfall chart. Like this we have the charts like this. Chart like this, we can take the charts, and then we will go to and then check the legends and data labels with connectors like this. Inside the pie like this, we will have the head count like 8. Like this we have this. And like with the connectors, so this is within the outside the pie chart. And then click on publish to dashboard, which is example to dashboard. Then the pie chart will be displayed on the dashboard. Then save and exit. And then how to apply conditional formatting, how will be applied. Then go to modules. And open. Conditional formatting will be applied like this. I have explained about this. Now this will be works like this. And then go to apply the conditional formatting for this. And we have the values and the maximum values like this. And I will take this as the save as a default view. And this is the way how we take the conditional formatting to this dashboard. And then save and exit. And this is the and when we click on this module, we have the filter symbol like this. We can take the filter also like this for this. And if we click on that, we get any line items like this. And then this will be appears like that. This is the way how filter will be applied. And how the filter, if we deselect this, then the filter will be cleared. And then this is how the way we will filter this. And sorting also applied for this like this. And applied for using like this. First we select this and apply the sort like this. And take it to the dashboards. Take it to the dashboard like this. The filter, the sorting will be applied like this. This is how the way we will convert into dashboards, like how the way we import the module and how the chart will be imported and how conditional formatting will be applied and filter will be applied and sorting will be applied. Mm, this is the way how I apply to the classic dashboards. And then I will go to adding user. Adding users, you can add a single user and import a group of users to a module. We can add the group of users also a module. How, like we have the file like the group of import users like that, and we can import the users also. The model roles include full access, no access, and any roles that have been created. The best practice is to add new users and their role. If they don't have a role, assign the no access setting. Then update the settings to the correct access and role when these are available. And how the user will be adding, I will show in the workspace. Actually, how the users will be adding is like that. We can add the user like first we go to the settings tab and click on user and click on insert user. Then dialog box is open. Enter the valid email id and check the workspace administrator box, then click ok. New user is added. And this process I will explain in the workspace. First we will go to workspace, and then in the model settings we have many options like this, time versions like this. We have the users, then click on users. Then we have already 3 existing users. If we wanted to exit, if we want to enter the user, then add user. If you want to you like a group of users, then click on import, then add the users. Like the file you have the email name, for email, first name, last name, like that you have the file for importing into the users tab. Then I want to add the user, like if I click on the add user, then the option is like that. You need to give the email, and after giving you your email, then the box will be opens, like you give the name like this. And if you need to access for the person as a workspace administrator, then check the box. If you need to give the access like full access, then give full access. Otherwise give no access. Give no access, like that we give the access. If you click on the ok, then the new user will be added. This is the way how we add the user, like this. If you click on ok, I no need to add any user, but I will show you once. Like this we add the users, and then go to roles. Roles are used to provide security for a model. The most basic roles are the full access and no access model roles that are automatically available in all models, and roles are created for groups of people who will use the model in a similar way. Actually, roles are created for groups of peoples who will use the model in a similar way, like finance managers, Stockholm users, and production planners. Like this, we have the roles. And how to add the roles means we can go to the model settings and click on users and click on the roles tab and click on insert, and add the roles and click OK. I will show how the roles will be working on the workspace. Go to workspace And in the users tab, in the model settings, we have users. In the users tab, we have roles per modules. Like these tabs are available. We click on roles. Then then we have in this insert, delete, export like options are there. And in this we click on insert. We give the role like finance manager, production manager. Like that we will give the roles. I will give it to the end and then click on OK. Then the roles will be added. Roles will be, this is the way how we add the roles. Then go to why roles are used. Actually it is used to provide security for a model. There are few main steps in setting up a role. Add the name of the role, set up permission for modules, versions, lists and actions, set up the classic landing dashboard for the role, and select the classic dashboards and modules to display the contents panel, and find the select the role. And roles include read, write and none permissions for the modules and versions, and roles having the permissions for the modules and versions. Like that we in this way we can, in this way we are using like this. Like these roles we are added the finance manager and the production manager. We have access like none, read, write options. Like this if we give the none, finance manager, no modules will be seen. For the locations, the finance manager no need to see any data. If we give the read, if I give the read, then the finance manager will be read this only. If don't have any permission to write or any make changes for this. If we give the access for the write, then he will change the information also, and he can read the data for this module also. Like this if we this is the way how the persons will be work and how the roles will be working like this. And then we'll go to selective access. Selective access enables workspace administrators to restrict access to lists. When you enable selective access for a list, a read column and a write column display in the users tab of the users pane. A read column and a write column displays in the grid view of the list. Once you enable the selective access for a list, you can assign selective access for list items or individual users. In users, read and write columns display for the list to which you have enabled selective access, and you can then select list items in the columns to assign access to users. In the grid view for the list, read and write columns display against rows for the list items, and you can select users to have access to the each list items. Actually how the selective access will be work in the workspace, I will explain once. I will go to the general list. If I go to the general list, then we have the option like selective access. If I select the selective access for the G1 region, then it will be taking we will have the read and write options also. We will give for the each and everything. If I take the G3 location, if I take the G3 location, this is the child for the G1 and G2. So if I take the G3 location as selective access, then automatically it will take the G1 and G2 also, because this is the parent hierarchy, and G3 is the child, and G1 and G2 regions are the G1 and G2 regions are the parents. Like that, the selective access will be work. Like that, the selective access will be work. And the selective access we will also give like in this configure tab also, we give the selective access like in the two ways. Like first we will give in the general list, then we will give the general list, then it will be shown. And if we go to the list and then go to configure tab and click on the selective access enable, then this is the another way how the selective access will be created. And the selective access will be created like this. Like this we will give the access. In this we have the options like G1 region write, G1 region write, G2 region, G1 region write, G2 region read, write. Like these options will be displayed because I give the selective access, then show it will be selected like this. We will take the write or read access for this. We can give. And for this we will give the access like this. For this G1 region read and G1 region write, G2 country read and G3 location read. Like this it will show when I give the selective access like this. I will deselect this, and then go to the users tab. So you can observe the selectors after deselecting the G1, G2, G3 locations, it will disappear from the users tab. This is the way how selective access works, and how the roles will be works, and how the users will be added. And if I don't have any, if I have the finance manager, if I have finance manager, then I will give the read access for the finance manager. Then I will go to workspace, then it will not be edited for me, because I have only access like read access, because I only see the values, but I don't have a permission to change the values or edit the values like this. So this is then I will go to users. Then if I give the right access to this finance manager, then I will go to locations. Then now I have the edit options like this, because I have the access now, read access now. Then this is the way how this will be works. How this will be works. And if I give the none, then I don't have any access for seeing this. Like this it will shows you don't have permission to open this module. Your model role is finance manager, it does not have access to this module. Like this it will be showing. If we give the access only, then you will have to show the modules like this. This is the way how the roles will be worked and how the selective access will be worked and how it will be added for this. And then the difference between the roles and the selective access are roles access a person needs to do the job. General items assigned to everyone in that roles. We can send everyone in that roles, assign the items everyone in that roles. We can do the job. And selective access means grant permission to down to list level. We can give it to the list level like I have earlier shown in the G1 region, G2 country, G3 locations. Like that we will give the selective access. Can control individual users by giving an access to read, write or even view certain information from the list. Like this we will give the read, write and even view the data for this list in the information list. This is the way how we take that. And the conclusion, I have concluded these topics which I have given below, like module size, style settings, model history and customizing views and saved views, user experience pages, classic dashboards, security, and these are all I will explain in this session. Thank you Ravali. Hello Ravali.